Hello and welcome back to Black Dice Gaming. I'm James and we've got an unboxing today of the Oathmark Dwarf Light Infantry. So this box makes enough models, or has enough parts to make 30 models, as always with the sort of infantry models from Oathmark. Great value for money. A few examples of what you can actually build in the box. You can see the just clothed sort of peasant looking dwarves, not the usual heavily armoured dwarves that you see from Games Workshop and other suppliers. Here's an example of how they go together. So let's have a look what's actually inside the box. Bases. Now let's take a look at the bodies. This is going to be a little bit awkward because they're at the wrong end. So we have a selection of bodies here. They're all kind of sideways on, so they all look like they're definitely marching forward, definitely moving towards the enemy or whatever their objective may be. A vast selection of bits and bobs that could be attached. We've got pipes, we've got pouches, we've got daggers, we've got a tankard there, yep, and I think that looks like a little barrel at the end, yep. Lots of little accessories that could be attached to these ones. Okay, moving on, we have the hand weapons. So we have the top, like, sort of hand weapons you'd expect. Actually, these are the two-handed weapons, I apologise. These are the two-handed weapons. So we've got a shovel, an axe, a pick, a war hammer, another pick, and another warhammer. Yep, so nice selection. I think I've made a model up using this warhammer. I don't often make double-handed warriors, but I've actually gone and done it this time, so we'll see that shortly. Another one just here, another warhammer. Some quivers here because they can be armed with bows. And more quivers and bows just above. So they are very small bows, definitely in the short bow sort of region, which you would expect from dwarves. Another selection of heads. Now the dwarves seem to have the biggest option of heads from all the boxes I've undone so far. I think I've pretty much done all the Oathmark models now. Yeah, I think I've done all the Oathmark models. The heavy dwarves have 20 plus options, 20 plus different heads. We've got another selection here of what, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 heads. 16 because there's another one on the command part of the sprue. So 16 different heads, which means that you only need to use the same head twice, really. 30 different models, yeah, twice. Which gives you plenty of options, especially if you're creating two different units, say a unit of handheld dwarves and a unit of archers, you probably wouldn't even tell. Anyway, let's move on. So the heads are beautiful, sort of older looking dwarves, I would say. The beards are not quite so long and ornate as they are on the heavy infantry. Moving down to the hand weapon part of the sprue, we've got little axes here and swords and hammers, as you would expect. And again, we've got the command sprue just here. We've got a small sword, an axe and a war hammer. The standard pole is slightly different to all the others. This one looks more like a spear. But obviously it would be, well, it could be used for both, I suppose. You could use it as a spear, but you could also just stick a banner on it. And again, you've got the option of the bow sort of attached to the side of the champion rather than have a bow wielding champion. Okay, so I have got a couple of models made up. I did a little archer. As you can see, it looks like I tried to go for the sort of Robin Hood style hat there. But yeah, you can see his... He looks old, doesn't he? He looks like an old dwarf. And then I did the two-handed one as well. I'll show you them both side by side and just line it up. There you go. So then, you know, a slightly better armoured. He's got a helmet here, and but you can see that they sort of got that marching pose to them, sort of moving forward, which I think is going to be tricky when it comes to doing the archers, on getting some really decent sort of poses. I used one of the archer hands, but I'm kind of wishing I didn't. It looks like he's released it and then dropped his bow really quickly, but you know, I'm not too impressed with that look, but it's my modelling, not the models. So let's compare size with a goblin. So yeah, the dwarf is shorter than the goblin. Let's see if we can compare with a human. Let's try and get all of them in the shot at the same time. I haven't been able to successfully do this yet. No, it's not really going to work. My hands aren't big enough. So a human and the dwarf side by side. Again, sort of shoulder height to the human. Yeah. And then let's just do one of each dwarf, which again I'm not going to be quite able to do. So this one here is the heavy armoured, the one in the middle is your standard infantry, and the one on the end is the light infantry. But yeah, there you go. Alright, so that about sums it up. Please, as always, like and subscribe. It really helps the channel as we're moving forward to 200 subscribers. You will be doing us a solid. Thank you very much. All models that I show are available on my website at www.blackdicegaming.com. I still do free delivery over £30, and my Oathmark models are £22 per box. If you want anything, or you want to see anything unboxed, or I can help in any way, shape or form, then please leave a comment below, or indeed get in touch via email. So that about wraps it up. As I say, please like and subscribe, and hopefully I shall catch you in the next one.